Hey guys, so this video is going to be different than anything else I've ever done on the channel. I am currently about 4,000 miles away from home, away from the eBay shed, because I'm on a work trip. I'm in England, and I thought it would be pretty cool to incorporate some of the local scenery, talk about some sales. This is pretty much a what sold video abroad, if that makes any sense. So I'm calling it scenic sales. I know it's kind of cheesy, but we're gonna stick with that unless you have a better name for it. So make sure you drop it down in the comments. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Nick. This is Resell to Roam, where we resell items on eBay to fund our travel addiction. And right now I am in Albury, and this is a town in the Suffolk region of the UK. And we're gonna show you around the town a little bit. We're gonna talk about some eBay sales. Nestled on the English Channel is the very historical town of Albury. This is probably one of the bigger towns along the coast in the Suffolk region. It's got a lot of things to see and do, like this fisherman's monument here. The High Street, or Main Street if you're from the States, has a lot of different shops, restaurants, pubs, and it's just a very quaint area just to kind of people watch. The beaches are a little bit different though, because they're pebble instead of sand. But first we had a set of Dr. A books sell. Now April and I picked these up at Raleigh on our thrift trip, and they sold for $12 plus shipping. Have $1 into both of them, so it's about a $10 profit. We also sold some vintage piano books, and this was a pure profit sale. They went out the door for $9 plus shipping. The last book that we sold this past week was 150 Years of Photojournalism. We paid $2 for this book. I believe we got it at an estate sale. I can't be 100% on that, but I believe it was an estate sale fine for $2, and it went out the door for $14 plus shipping. You will find a lot of sit-down restaurants on the high street, like I mentioned earlier, but don't count out these fresh fish shacks. They smoke a lot of fish, crabs, scallops. There's a lot of fresh seafood, and these are very popular with the locals. They offer a lot more than just a traditional fish and chips. But fair warning, if you're in the mood for some fresh seafood on the beach, make sure you bring a jacket, because it's definitely going to be windy and chilly, especially this time of the year. Okay, so you remember how I told you that that other book was the last book that we sold this week? I lied to you. We also sold a Bible. It's a King James Version topical reference Bible. We sold that for $65 plus shipping, and that only cost me $1. I think that's the one I got in Arkansas when I met up with Arkansas Picker. By the way, if you haven't checked out his channel, you should definitely do so. We had a lot of brass dresser drawer pulls go out for $25 plus shipping. April picked those up for $3. April tends to buy those because you can usually get them for pretty good prices. They might mark them up in the thrift stores, but if people have like all the pulls off of an old piece of furniture, you know, that you can find in the yard, so you can usually get lots of, like, you know, 6, 10, 12, even 20 for a couple bucks. So seagulls. We had 2 pictures go out. These are like a Stitch picture, and they went out the door for $30 plus shipping, and April paid $8 total for both of those. Oh, I had another one of the SCART audio video switchers. I have no idea what these things are. We picked up 2 of them in Raleigh for $5. One of them sold for $20, and then I got a best offer of $17 for the second one, so I went ahead and took it because, you know, it's a pretty good profit, and I made a full price off the first one. Also had this vintage Woody and Winnie the Woodpecker like kitchen hanging wall art go out. These have been in the store for maybe a year. Took a best offer, $32 plus shipping, and April only paid $1 for both of them. The biggest sale that we had go out was the Saunders cervical traction device that we just picked up last week at Goodwill for $10. This sold for $202 plus shipping. We had it listed for $225. We got a best offer of had a best offer of $202 come in, and we just accepted it because we only paid $10 for it. We're gonna make a big profit off that item, and that's our biggest sale on eBay so far this year. Yeah, it's I was super happy that that went out the door. So I haven't had anything to eat for breakfast yet. It's after lunch, so I'm getting a little hungry. This little bake shop right down here, I'm gonna hope that they're open, go in there and grab something to eat.
So that's going to be £3 then, please. Thanks so much. £2 please.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye.
I am super excited about this because it has raspberries in it, and I like raspberries. So Auburn's a pretty cool historical town. You got a lot of colorful buildings all up and down the street. It's right by the water here in Suffolk. You can kind of see back that way too. I'm gonna try to find a little spot off the beaten path, eating my pastry.